What is up, man? It's Ark here and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be looking at my airsoft collection. Okay, before we get into this video, let me just share what I want to do, why I'm filming this, essentially. Basically, I want to do one of those my airsoft collection for every year. And the purpose of that is to kind of see how the collection will evolve, which guns will go, which guns will come. And I'll do another one in about a year. So this is gonna be like an annual thing now. We kind of got it sectioned off as NATO guns, or like, how do you say this, Western guns, and then Eastern guns, pistols, and then just the machine gun. I say we start with the smallest here. Let's start off with the SSP-18, my sidearm currently as of right now. Not much mods have been done to this. Only attachment is this Vector's Optics Noverage rebranded optic, pretty solid, but overpriced on their website. I like the SSP-18. It's accurate, full auto, Glock, whatever. Then we have the SSP-1, my previous sidearm. This one, unlike the SSP-18, I actually did internal mods on. Oh, I might get take this out too. I added Crazy Jet, Maple Leaf, hop-up bucking and barrel. This is just insane. It's insanely accurate with this. Like even compared to before, which was already good, but with this, insanely accurate. Okay, let's continue over here. This is a Double Eagle gas shotgun. This is that Tokimarui clone, and it's pretty shit for most of its life with me. It's been leaking even after replacing the O-rings multiple times, still leaking. I think it functioned alright for like 2 weeks, and I've had it for, it's gonna be 2 years in next summer, so yeah. Otherwise, it's quite a shame because this is quite a cool replica with the whole gas and shit like that. Up onto the MP5s, or the Germans, let's say, because the next two guns are German for free, if you can include this one. This is an MP5K that I just bought off some guy. I have no clue what the brand on this is, if I'm completely honest with you. I've used it once and never again. Just, yeah. Oh boy, this is a thing. So this is the Cougar AR, even though it's not a Cougar and it's not an AR. That's what we named it. I did a video on this, I think 2 years ago, and it's just this. It's a JG MP5 that we've just put this Cougar, or Leopard actually, tape on. It's just that. It doesn't actually function because one of the wires burned out and I'm not sure which one, and I'm not bothered enough to fix it because, I mean, look at it. Alright, up next is most of a G36. So this is the Action Army G36C. I did 2 videos on the second channel about it already, or 1. There's definitely 1, I'm not sure if there's 2. But this one is currently, not there, and that's because I've broken the nozzle, and then when reinstalling the nozzle, one of the screws did not fit in properly, which resulted in it snapping and making the bolt unable to close. So I'm just waiting for new screws to fix this thing. It's quite a shame because I really do like this gun. It's really sad to see it not operate, because for the price it's like 150 bucks. It's a really great gun. But yeah, with cheap guns, you also got cheap screws apparently. Oof. Okay, do not mind the scope on here, and the stock missing, but this is a Spec Arms Core M4. I do not know the exact number, what is it called, like the CO3 or whatever. But it's a Spec Arms M4A1 half 10. This one has gone through quite a lot of internal modifications. The whole gearbox is revamped, switched out with the micro contact trigger one. So you got that nice fast action, upgraded to with a reinforced gearbox, and also M120 spring, 70 degrees maple leaf bucking. So it's practically Euro spec, like for European outdoor use or North American, whatever. 1.5 joule, 70 degrees bucking, put 0.40s in there, you cannot go wrong. And this one is right now missing a few pins, and the little, come closer, the mag release is a bit problematic, so I have to replace this or maybe 3D print something to fix it. But after this, I just need a new stock for it, and this thing is gonna get painted and be used as my backup EAG. Up next we have another core, basically M4. It's a newer GI. I did a video on it at the start of December, if I'm not wrong. Very great gun. So this is the core series with the installed home MOSFET, so you can feed it an 11.1 volt battery. And internal modifications, I did nothing to the gearbox except replace the spring with a M121, and then in here we have a max unit hop-up with a Mad Ball 360mm barrel and a 70 degrees maple leaf bucking. On the gun itself, I've got a Vectors Optics Maverick 3, or is it Gen 3, I'm not sure. I also have an LPVO that I kind of switch between this and that, depends on where we're playing. And then we got an Element PEC 15 replica. Great PEC box, except we found out that it actually performs really not well in the cold. Here we had, I think it's an FMA foregrip, I'm not sure to be honest. And at the end here we got the muzzle brake and the Can RC2 replica from 5KU. This actually comes as a bundle, and this is also a tracer. So basically just put this on and then just tighten it on there. Like this, and it just stays on. This has been my main replica for the past, 6 months, basically ever since I got it. I'm mostly playing with this, because it is really a great gun. Nothing much more to say, but I will probably be replacing this next year with an MWS. Exact same model, like another 14-incher URGI, just Tokyo Marui and gas ball back. Okay, now to the Russians. Right here we got the Arcturus PP19 BTS. There's no internal modifications with this because it does really not need any. You know, Arcturus, you just get this shit out of the box. I've added a foregrip from HFC that my friend gifted me. That's why it's kind of not uniformed with the gun. I just got it and slapped it on. I took it off the mag wall extension that you get usually with your Vitiazes because I just think it looks really ugly. And then we got another Vectors Optics micro red dot on here, the same one as on SSP18, but this one is not rebranded to Novrich. It's just a Vectors Optics optic. This is a really solid optic for the price. I think it's around 30 euros, and it's great for guns like this or anything where you have basically a low hanging stock, because if you use an EOTech or something that's already like higher set, you have to aim it like this, which is kind of like a pain in the ass because you're breaking your neck. But with a low set optic, you just put it nice on your buttstock and you just see perfectly through it. And then here we have another 5KU rep can. I cannot tell you what this is a replica of because I don't know. It's just a Russian suppressor. I've played 2 games with this, or a little more. I haven't actually used it enough because I do really like this gun. I really enjoy playing with it. I just don't play enough with it. I have to take it out of the field some more time. Okay, and this is one of the most recent purchases. This is the Saiga Tokyo Marui Saiga 12K, the thing that kind of started my love for GBBRs. This is, if for those who don't know, okay, this magazine is loaded, that would not be safe. This is a gas blowback semi-automatic shotgun. This shoots 3 BBs at once, so you got 3 BBs per trigger pull, and it's semi-automatic, so you don't have to rack it every time. I have not done any modifications to this yet. I do plan to change out the handguard and the stop rail just so we can mount something Picatinny, otherwise I'm gonna keep it stock. But yeah, definitely one of my more expensive guns. Probably the most expensive, if I'm not wrong, stock out of the box gun that I have. But yeah, really fun. It made me fall in love with GBRs and now another financial problem. Okay, so on another obscure Russian gun, or what once was a Russian gun, this is the Zgaga Mark 1. This is a project that my friend started and I decided that I'm gonna finish it. Now, there's a lot of things that can be said about this. I have a whole video on the second channel talking about it. But basically, I'm gonna say just one more time. This was once a Golden Eagle AK that then got chopped and just basically bullpupped. So let's actually go over the autonomy of this. This is 74, normal. This is all 74 stock furniture. This is where the motor is located because it is an EAG. This is where the mag well is. So if you can imagine, before this got turned into this, the foregrip was here. The foregrip was around here, for your understanding. And then you have like a modified like pistol grip here with a really shitty trigger that we need to change out. And then this is an MP5 or MP5K front grip. This gun is surprisingly very ergonomic. What is a bit of an issue is optics. It's going to be very hard to mount optics on this because basically the only place you have is this. So we're just going to probably do something with Zenitco parts. This is still a big work in progress. Big plans for it in 2025. I have a whole list of ideas how we're gonna change this. We're gonna remake this entire section. We're gonna switch this out. We're gonna remake this entire section, and maybe if the money will be right, even tune up the internals. We got the second to last gun. This is the PP19 Bison. So we got 2 PPs right here. This is the SEMA one. I bought it back in March and also did a video on it already. I haven't done a gameplay video yet because I just couldn't get my hands on the magazines. It literally took me 9 months to find mags for this thing, or for them to restock. I finally have them, so we should be able to do a gameplay soon-ish enough. No modification on this except the Zenitco stock, which I just slapped on there to try it out. Not much to say. It's just a SEMA Bison. I'm not gonna say very rare, but relatively rare. People really want to touch this thing when you bring it out in the field because it is an extraordinary gun. And in the end, I am glad that I do own it. I might do like a full gearbox switch on this thing because again, it is a MOSFET-less SEMA, and I do have AK or V3 gearbox laying around that's actually quite pimped out. And on to the last thing right here, which is an HK M60, or more accurately, it's the Mark 33, which is the modernized M60 that Navy SEALs used for some time. Well, what is to say? It's a pretty expensive, very heavy gun. I think it's like 500 bucks. But yeah, very heavy also. Loaded, I think it's over 8 kilograms. Of course, certainly not for everyone. But for me, yes. Only shoots in full auto. You gotta see my fucking marking on here. No mods have been done to it yet, but we might swap out the hop-up unit. And I need to do something with the drum because this is just not very good. Shoots, we haven't done a proper review on it yet, but this thing shoots really well, even on long ranges. I was getting hits at 70, 80 meters with this thing. Really accurate, really nice rate of fire. It actually has a cool little feature here on the front. You have this like gas tube thing that actually spins. And this is actually how you regulate RPS, so rounds per second. And it can go from 5, which is really low, but it's good for long sustained fire, up to 15. Now 15 is by modern airsoft standards quite low, but you gotta keep in mind this is an LMG. This thing has, what, 4,000 BBs in there? This thing can go on, and it's not meant to be fast, you know, it just has to sustain fire like a proper support replica. This thing has no semi, so you just full auto and you just blast. It's a ton of fun, but yet again, not everybody can run this gun. For the airsoft collection, I hope you enjoyed watching, and see you soon.